Hello friends, my name is Chinmay Deshpande. I am from Department of Electrical Engineering. In this video lecture, we are going to discuss about interfacing of a strain gauge with ATmega 328P. Before that, first we have to understood what is a strain gauge. The strain gauge is a resistor which is used to measure strain of an object. The strain gauge is the sensor whose resistance varies with respect to applied force. What it does? It converts the force, pressure, tension and weight into a change in the electrical resistance which can be measured here. Now here you will see this is what is a strain gauge. This is what is a load or the force which is applied. So the strain gauge transforms along with the element, and whatever difference which is there in the form of electrical resistance or that value, that difference it will give you actual force value. Now whenever an external force is applied on the object, due to which there will be a deformation. Now, where there will be deformation? The deformation will be occur in the shape of that object. This deformation in the shape, that is in a both compressive or the tensile manner, it is called as a strain, and it is measured with the help of strain gauge. What do you mean by stress? Here stress is defined as the object's internal resisting forces, and strain is nothing but displacement and a deformation that can be occurred. Now, a strain gauge is a long length of a conductor which is arranged in the zigzag pattern on the membrane. When it is stretched, its resistance increases and vice versa. So here you will be able to clear the doubt. This is what is your strain gauge. Now this is a tension, means the force is applied in such a way that your length will be increased, and because of that value of a resistance also increases. This is the second case where compression is there. So what you will observe here, the length will be decreased, and as length is decreased, so therefore here value of R, that is it, also decreases. Now you know that R equal to rho L upon A, that is a formula for a resistance, resistivity, length and area. So whenever length is increased, then resistance increases, and whenever length decreases, your resistance also decreases. So therefore strain gauges are frequently used in the mechanical engineering research and development to measure the stresses which is generated by a machinery. So let's observe, this is the first figure. Now here this is a strain gauge 1, this is a test specimen, this is a strain gauge 2. So therefore resistance which is associated with strain gauge 1 is the R1, and resistance which is associated with the strain gauge 2, that is the R2. So here the bridge will be balanced. That is, whenever no force is applied to the test specimen, both the strain gauges have equal resistance, and therefore the bridge circuit is balanced here. But this is what is the second case. Here you will observe the force is applied in this direction. That is, whenever a downward force is applied to the free end of the specimen, what happens? It will bend in a downward direction. So therefore, here you will observe that the strain gauge 1, there will be a stretching of a strain gauge 1, and to the compressing, there will be compressing of gauge 2 at the same time. So therefore here there will be increased in the resistance of strain gauge 1, and there will be decrease in the resistance of a strain gauge 2. So in that case the bridge will be unbalanced. Now let's discuss working of a strain gauge. A strain gauge works on the principle of electrical conductance and its dependence on the conductor's geometry. Now we know that whenever a conductor is stretched within the limit of its elasticity, it doesn't break. But what happens? It gets narrower and longer. Similarly, when it gets compressed, it gets shorter and broader, ultimately changing its resistance. Now, we know that the resistance is directly proportional to length. Already we discussed the formula R equal to rho L upon A. So therefore, here I can say that instead of writing rho, here I have written R equal to, rho is not written here, L upon A. Where R is nothing but resistance, L is nothing but length, and A is nothing but a cross-sectional area. Now, a strain gauge depends upon the electrical resistivity of any conductor. The resistance in any conducting device is dependent on its length as well as its cross-sectional area. Let's say L1 is the original length of a wire, and L2 is the new length after an external force is applied on it. So therefore, here I can write epsilon equal to L2 minus L1 divided by L1, where epsilon is nothing but a strain. And whenever an external force changes the physical parameters of the object, its electrical resistivity also changes. A strain gauge measures this deformity with the help of a gauge factor formula. So the gauge factor formula is the sensitivity coefficient of a strain gauge, and it is given by a formula GF equal to delta R divided by Rg into epsilon, where delta R is nothing but change in the resistance caused because of a strain, and Rg is nothing but resistance of undeformed gauge. Now let's discuss interfacing of strain gauge with Arduino. So this is what is the interfacing diagram. Here you will observe that this is a one bridge, and at this bridge there are four strain gauges: strain gauge 1, strain gauge 2, strain gauge 3 and strain gauge 4. Now it is connected here to the INA 128. So this is a full bridge configuration of a strain gauge. Now whenever the force is applied, then it produces its differential output voltage, which is denoted by VD in between these 2 points. So here you will observe that there are 2 points A and B. Now here this is what is point A, this is what is point B. Now it is in order of millivolt, that is it is nearly equal to 10 millivolt. So whenever VD equal to 0, it indicates that no force is applied. And whenever differential output voltage VD is greater than 0, then it indicates that force is applied. Now it is to be connected to this INA 128. This is a one kind of instrumentation amplifier which amplifies the differential voltage VD. Now INA 128, it has a two terminals. First one will be negative, second one will be positive, and it has the gain resistor also, that is Rg. Now what is the function of this gain resistor or resistor what is connected here? Here Rg is used to vary the gain of an amplifier. That is, it is used to adjust in such a way that it produces the output voltage V0 in the range of 0 to 5 volt, that is analog. Now we know that Arduino works with a 0 to 5 volt. So therefore here now you will observe that whenever force is applied, that force is proportional to strain, that is epsilon. That strain is also proportional to change in the resistance. So therefore change in the resistance is proportional to change in the output voltage VD, which in turn proportional to analog output voltage V0. Now based on this, we get the value of corresponding digital output in a decimal. Now let's discuss a sketch of this. First is void setup. The setup function runs only once. Then pin mode A0, output. So here we have used analog pin A0 and which will be treated as an output. Next is serial.begin 9600. Then it is used for serial communication to begin with serial communication with the baud rate of 9600. Next is serial.println strain gauge interface. So it will print the sentence strain gauge interface and the cursor will go to the next line because here we have used serial.println. Then delay 1000, that is wait for a second. Next is nothing but void loop. Now whatever code that we have written in the void loop, it will be continued or it will be run over and over again. So here after that we have written serial.print wait equal to. So it will print the word that is wait equal to. After that serial.print analog read A0. Now what is the meaning of that? Now to the A0 here we have connected this. Again in that case it displays the analog value which is measured at the analog pin A0. Now delay 1000, that is wait for a second. This is what is interfacing of a LVDT with Arduino ATmega 328P. Thank you.